Hi everybody, welcome to our 14th afternoon tea with Paul
and Karen. Hallo, willkommen ihr Lieben. Schön euch alle wiederzusehen. Mensch, bin ich heute aufgeregt. I'm so excited again. And every time I'm getting more and more excited. Well, if you haven't met us before, you might have spotted on my funny accent that I'm not from round here. I'm actually from Stoke-on-Trent. No, Stuttgart in Germany. I was trying to mess people up, and he didn't expect that either. He doesn't know my jokes, you know. No. But I'm really proud that I've learned some new skills this week, and you have been the witnesses of that. If you have been tuning in straight away, I would like to know, how do you like our new starting screen? Did that work all right? Because, I mean, that opens just a world of new possibilities for starting screens. I'm so excited. Not only chickens and stuff. Anyway, great.
Good. Okay, well, let's get on with some music anyway. Welcome everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you enjoy what we got for you today. We're going to start off with one by one of our favourites, Christy Moore. I'm an ordinary man, nothing special, nothing grand. I've had to work for everything I own. I've never asked for a lot, I was happy with what I got. Enough to keep my family and my home. Now they say the times are hard, and they're handing me my cards. They say there's not the work to go around, and when the whistle blows, the gates will finally close. Tonight they're gonna shut this factory down. They'll tear it down. They'll tear it down. Well, I never missed a day, I went on strike for better pay. For 20 years I served them best I could. Now with a handshake and a check, it seems so easy to forget. Loyalty through the bad times and through good. Now the owner says he's sad to see that things have got so bad, but the captains of industry won't let him lose. He still drives a car and smokes his cigar, still takes his family on the cruise. He'll never lose. He'll never lose. So condemned I stand, just an ordinary man, like thousands beside me in the queue. And I watch my darling wife and God knows what the kids are going to do. Now that they are faced with this human waste, a generation cast aside. And as long as I live, I never will forgive. They've stripped me of my dignity and pride. They've stripped me bare. They've stripped me bare. Thank you. Had a little bit of a mental block there.
You stripped you off your lyrics, did they? Well,
no, I just remembered I hadn't plugged my guitar in, and that's what threw me.
Oh,
Not that it really matters. You probably won't even know when I have plugged it in.
Anyway,
Ordinary Man that was.
Can you not think of two things at the same
No.
time then? No, singing and thinking is too many things at all. Talking of ducks, hello to the US, Susan. Hi.
Hello,
nice to see you.
Susan. Nice to see you.
Hello, Nigel.
Peps.
Hello, Peps. Hello, Chris. Hello, Michael. Hello, Karl-Heinz I've seen already, and I've seen Jeff and everybody else, Jill and Glynis and Peter, and lovely to see you all. Anyway, we can't name everybody, otherwise we'll go just say hello to everybody for half an hour.
We'll do that anyway.
I don't mind that, but
No.
anyway. I have been over-flooded by protest letters, by the way, about introducing last time's duck. By the way, there's your water, Paul, as well. Look, your gin, I mean.
Thank you very much.
This, of course, is not only a German duck and not only a Weisswurst and a Master. This is an Oktoberfest duck. So Paul is clearing up
Wrecking the place.
Wrecking the place whilst I'm talking. That's not what you do at the Oktoberfest, you know. So this is an Oktoberfest duck, and its name is Zepp. Okay, just in case. I've been flooded with emails complaining about my knowledge. I mean, ich hätte ja auch selber drauf kommen können, ne? Liebe Freunde. Anyway.
Just one thing. Were you telling us, Martin, it was a bit distorted at the end there? Is that what it was? Is that what you said?
Bit oversteered.
I don't know what oversteered.
I think that's what he probably means.
Yeah.
Is it synced? That's the other question.
Are we synced? Oh.
Are we synced? Are we... Yeah, and was it a bit clipping? Is that what you mean by oversteered? Let us know. Distorted, is that word?
That's the word.
Every day is a school day. Anyway, talking about distorted, I was trying to make scones this week again, but I didn't in the end because I didn't get baking powder. So we're settling today for rose and pistachio biscuits, and I didn't even bother.
Hi, Tony.
I didn't even bother putting them on the plate because, look, the presentation is just so gorgeous.
Because I would have eaten them.
So you can eat them now.
I don't want one now.
There you go. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Anyway, I have got bicarbonate of soda. So I could have probably baked, but my experience with bicarbonate of soda is that in New Zealand I was trying to bake the scones. I know I told you about the recipe a few episodes ago. I didn't know that bicarbonate of soda and baking powder is not quite the same. So I used the same amount of bicarbonate of soda in my scones, and the people I was baking them for were very, very polite. They never mentioned it, but I could tell it tasted just a little bit of soap. So
you hadn't used washing powder, had you?
it did taste just like that, but people were very polite. Anyway, that's so I need baking powder.
Anyway, we have a wedding anniversary to celebrate today. Vicky and George, who join us every week, every show, and we go back quite a long way with Vicky and George at the Unicorn Folk Club. Many of you'll know them. Vicky and George are celebrating their 30th wedding anniversary today. And I think they said they were going to do something really exciting, but they've had to settle for us. Is that right?
The worst thing in the world, I think.
No.
But I think a big party is coming up when all this is over.
Let's hope so.
Congratulations, Vicky and George, and for everybody who doesn't know Vicky and George were instrumental.
You recognise them immediately.
They were instrumental in setting up the Unicorn Folk Club in Newport, and I think the Unicorn Folk Club was actually the very first folk club I ever went to and sang in. That very, very first one.
It was.
Got another wonderful photo of them there from their wedding day 30 years ago. They haven't changed a bit.
And Vicky is from Northern Ireland. And this song has a loose link to Vicky in Northern Ireland because the song is called Carrickfergus, although I think this Carrickfergus is in the Republic. But there is a Carrickfergus in Northern Ireland as well, which could be even where Vicky comes from, I'm not sure. Anyway, hope you like it. And happy anniversary, Vicky and George.
if only for nights in Ballygrand. I would swim over the deepest oceans, for my love to find. But the sea is wide, and I can't swim over, nor have I the wings to fly. I wish I could find me a handsome boatsman to ferry me over to my love and die. My childhood days bring back sad reflections of happy times I spent long ago. My childhood friends and my own relations have all passed on now, like the melting snow. I spend my days in endless roaming. Soft is the grass, my bird is free. Oh, to be now in Carrickfergus, out on that long road down to the sea. But in Kilkenny it is reported there are marble stones there as black as ink, with gold and silver. I will support her, but I'll sing no more now till I get a drink. I'm drunk today, and I'm seldom sober. A handsome rover from town to town. Oh, but I'm sick now, my days are numbered. So come all you young men and lay me down. So come all you young men and lay me down.
Dankeschön. Thank you very much. Oh, I
Lovely
love singing
sound.
that song. Was it better now? Was it not clipping anymore? I hope so. People were commenting it was clipping actually, or
Were they?
distorted, yeah,
Oh,
on the
dear.
last one at least. But I think the other songs now are a little bit quieter, so but maybe you can turn it down a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, Carrickfergus, Paul already said there is another Carrickfergus in Northern Ireland. And talking of Northern Ireland, if you've seen our last show, you've seen our Irish butter advertisement. Hope you still love it. But I also mentioned there that I used to be a biker, and in heart I still am, of course. I told you I'll tell you a little bit more about that story today. So first of all, I would like to show you a picture of my motorbike. Used to be. This is a Kawasaki LTD 440 built in 1981. But of course, remember I had that when it was like 1993, so it was already an old lady then. There we go.
Is that you on it?
And that's me on it, behind it, and of course you can see all the luggage. I couldn't afford these packs and everything you would put on. We just had like a rubber band to put over, and I was leaning against it in the back, and that was really cool. And we rode around the whole of Ireland in 6.5 weeks, camping. In those days you could camp everywhere, and the farmers would in the mornings bring us milk. And one of the reasons we absolutely fell in Ireland, of course, at the time.
I love it.
Absolutely. And it was great. And I was in southern France with my motorbike and all that. And in Coleraine in Northern Ireland, suddenly, just a couple of miles before Coleraine, my motorbike broke down. There was smoke coming out. I had a hole in the piston. And I pushed it about 2 miles to Coleraine. And I was very lucky because there was a Kawasaki dealer there on the time, and he fixed it, and we had a week there. I had a rental car and everything in the meantime, and then we drove back, and it was fantastic. And I've been told there was the Northwest 200 would have been around Port Russian area. If anybody, that means anything to anybody.
Not me.
It's a race in Northern Ireland, and that would have been last weekend, but I wasn't there. Anyway, my motorbike story from Northern Ireland, and I've got loads more if you're interested at some point. Not telling you now, don't worry.
I don't know whether Jan's watching today, but Jan is a good friend of ours, and he posted something yesterday, a picture on Facebook, showing that himself outside Graceland. So that made me think, we'll do this song today. This is a song about a woman who's deeply in love with Elvis Presley.
Who is
like most ladies, I'm sure.
Who else is?
I'm sure there's many out there who've been deeply in love with Elvis Presley. Probably some blokes as well. Well, he's that sort of bloke.
He is.
Everybody loved Elvis. And this is a woman who is deeply in love with Elvis Presley from Galway in Ireland. She was so in love that it got her into a bit of trouble. She took it just a little bit too far. And that's what this story's about. The song is by Richard Thompson, and it's called From Galway to Graceland. Oh, she dressed in the dark, and she whispered amen. She was pretty and pink, like a young girl again. 20 years married, and she never thought twice. She picked up her bags and walked into the night, and silver wings carried her over the sea, from the west coast of Ireland to West Tennessee, just to be with her sweetheart. Oh, she left everything, from Galway to Graceland, to be with the King. She sang Love Me Tender, 'cause that's the song she loved best. She had Elvis, I love you, tattooed on her breast. When they landed in Memphis, oh, her heart beat so fast. She dreamed for so long, now she'd see him at last. Well, she knelt by his graveside day after day. Come closing time, they would lead her away, just to be with her sweetheart. Oh, she left everything, from Galway to Graceland, to be with the King.
how they came in their thousands from the whole human race to pay their respects at his last resting place. But blindly I knelt there and I told him my dreams, and I thought that he'd answered, oh, that's how it seemed. They dragged me away, it was handcuffs this time. I said, my good men, are you out of your mind? Can't you see that we're married? See, I'm wearing his ring. I've come from Galway to Graceland to be with the king. I've come from Galway to Graceland to be with the king.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dankeschön.
Lovely. I love that song.
Jill, it's not an Elvis song, it's actually an Elvis-themed song. It's a Richard Thompson song originally, of course.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Did I see Peps there? Yes, Peps there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your lovely email earlier today, Peps. Thank you very much. Lovely.
Our introduction star was coming closer during the song. Robin was saying hello, but I couldn't pick him up there. Now he's over there. I'm having some apple green tea. Not green apple tea, apple green tea. I'm trying to get Paul into drinking green tea just because it's a new experience. But for all the Germans, it's a little bit like, was der Bauer nicht kennt, frisst er nicht. You don't
Exactly.
You don't try everything I offer you, do you? So we've got really nice green teas there. They're really, really good. Anyway. Joke alarm.
I need a funny.
You need a funny tuning.
I
It's
do.
time for a joke alarm then, isn't it?
Could be.
A duck comes into a library. Did you notice I've got the library and the duck in one joke? Isn't that good? Well, the duck comes into a library and the librarian says, what can I help you with? And the duck says, I would like to learn about heaven and hell. And the librarian says, oh, books about that are just in the second aisle on the left. Have a look. And the duck waddles to that second aisle on the left, gets a book out and says the difference between heaven and hell. And he opens it up. In the introduction, it explains it straight away. It says, heaven is when the cook is Italian, the organizer is German, and the one who tells the jokes is English. Hell is when the cook is English, the organization is done by the Italians, and the jokes are told by the Germans.
I reckon that's...
Robin liked it as well. Could you hear him meowing there? He was walking past. It's not a bad one, is it? Are you still tuning? Hello, Robin. Are you coming to say hello? I think...
If anybody was wondering, this is now tuned to the chord of D.
Yeah, the star of the show. Here we go. Look, here he is. He's desperate to come into the picture, aren't you? Keep walking past there. This is Robin, for everybody who hasn't met him yet, the star of the ducks in the beginning. Are you done with your tuning now?
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
So we hope you're all right. Sun shines again today, so that's good. Summer's back. That doesn't sound too good. I'm going to have a little just
Retune.
Perfect.
Okay. I'll tell you in the meantime about something really other nice I have received today. An absolutely beautiful card. And this is from one of the care homes I normally sing at, and they say, hello Karen, thank you so much for your lovely card. I sent them a card as well. We miss you so much. Although the videos are lovely, they don't make up for the real thing. We're looking forward to seeing you all again. Lots of love, all the resident of XY home. See you soon. Isn't that lovely?
better.
I mean, that made my day today. Oh, other than you, of course, you made my day today as well. Thank you all for showing up anyway. Are you done with your
There's a few
tuning now?
new names today, so welcome if you're
Wonderful.
joining us for the first time. It's really nice of you. Thank you very much.
Have you seen my tights, by the way? Nice and funny. Never worn them before because Paul won't let me, but I thought today's the day.
Okay. Okay. My hair's getting longer, as you can see.
Is that got to do with the next song?
No.
If you could all sing along to that one, it would be great.
Hey, paradise, put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a bouquet and a swinging hot spot. And it always seemed to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. Hey, paradise, put up a parking lot. Ooh, up, 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 up. Ooh, up, 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 up. Cut all the trees and put them in a tree museum. And they charge the people $1.50 just to see them. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? Hey, paradise, put up a parking lot. Ooh, up, 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 up. Ooh, up, 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 up. Hey, farmer, farmer, put away the DDT now. Give me spots on the apples, but save me the birds and the bees, please. And it always seems to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. Hey, paradise, put up a parking lot. Ooh, up, 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 up. Ooh, up, 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 up. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? Hey, paradise, put up a parking lot. Ooh, up, 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 up. Ooh, up, 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 up. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took away my old man. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? Hey, paradise, put up a parking lot. Ooh, up, 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 up. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They pay paradise and put up a parking lot. Ooh, up, 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 up. They pay paradise and put up a parking lot. Ooh, up, 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 up. They pay paradise and put up a parking lot.
Good.
Well sung, everybody. Thank you for joining in.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Well, it gets quicker every week, doesn't it?
I know, and I still haven't tried our little biscuits. I have to tell you what they are like.
It'll be Tuesday. Tuesday, aren't we? Yeah.
Very, very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah? I'll have some of those
So,
later.
thank you all very much for joining us on this wonderful, wonderful, beautiful Tuesday afternoon. And I think there's more wonderful weather to come. So we're working all in the garden till Friday, and hopefully you'll all come back on Friday to celebrate afternoon tea with Paul and Karen with us.
Who's working in the garden? Did you say?
Usually me and everybody else. And the cats are helping.
I've had a
usually.
stroke of luck today because we have a chap who comes every 3 months to do our lawns. He just sprays this stuff over to keep the weeds. And I was going to mow the lawns tomorrow, and he came this morning, and he's told me I can't mow the lawns now for 3 days. So it's Karen working in the garden, not me. I'll be doing something else. playing my guitar or something.
Creating the new show. You should have told me that you have to tune your guitar more than once, because then I would have thought about another joke.
That's nice, isn't it?
I'm not sure whether I want to sing to that. Joni Mitchell usually tunes her guitar in many, many splendid ways, but not in straightforward ways, so it always takes a tiny little bit.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I do.
Okay, I'm done now.
And of course, this is our outro. Lovely. Thank you so much all for joining us. Thank you for all your wonderful comments and your messages in between. Thank you for your responses to the newsletter as well, and for all the donations. Thank you, Ella, for the wonderful jewellery. And we'll see you all on Friday. Sing with us. And swipe.
Well, that's it for a little while. Goodbye, my friends, good luck. We'll see you in a field somewhere. Auf Wiedersehen, me duck. We shouldn't shed another tear, for friends will all be back. We'll see you in a field somewhere. Auf Wiedersehen, me duck.
Auf Wiedersehen, me ducks.
Auf Wiedersehen, everybody. See you Friday, I hope.
Dankeschön.
Have a good week.
This was Afternoon Tea with Paul Walker
And Karen
Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer.
Lovely to see you. Thank you. See you Friday, 4 o'clock for our next Afternoon Tea. 5 Uhr nächsten Freitag zum nächsten Afternoon Tea mit Paul und Karen. Tschüss. Auf Wiedersehen.
Tschüss. Goodbye.